Taking no time at all. It's what you dream of, a putt to win the Open. He has it! Ryan Fox, champion golfer of the year. He said
17 seconds can hide a career. The ball drops, the grandstand lifts, and Ryan Fox is suddenly the champion golfer of the year. What the call cannot show is how long the road had been, or how little time he gave himself once the winning line appeared. Fox is known as the quickest player in elite golf. At Birkdale, that speed stopped looking like a habit. It looked like an answer to pressure. That impatience is part of the picture. Fox reaches the ball, trusts the read, and lets the consequence arrive afterward. Fast golfers are easy to misread. Their routine looks casual because there is less theatre around the decision. Fox does not spend 30 seconds rehearsing doubt above the ball. He sees it, settles and goes. That does not mean his body is quiet. On the final green, the stakes were moving through his hands. The point of his tempo was never to remove nerves. It was to act while the shot he trusted was still the clearest thing in his head. The pace removes theatre, not pressure. His body still carried every possible miss.
I hit it, my hands were shaking. It was like the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever had to do, but still managed to somehow pull it off. But
Fox grew up on the other side of the clock. The Open lived in New Zealand's night, a tournament watched when the house was dark and the rest of the country was asleep. His own route was similarly indirect. Years of travel, European starts, missed chances, then a stronger run in 2025 that made the breakthrough feel possible without making it inevitable. At 39, he was not arriving early. He was arriving with enough scar tissue to recognise a rare opening. For a player from New Zealand, the championship first existed as a nighttime broadcast, distant enough to feel borrowed. Major championships often reward players who can slow the day down. Fox's version of control worked in the other direction. Travel and late arrival had taught him to make decisions without asking the occasion for reassurance. Birkdale did not shorten the road, it made the road useful.
Yeah, just a tournament that I always used to get up in the middle of the night in New Zealand and watch, and now to be standing here.
The championship turned over 6 holes. 4 birdies arrived in that stretch, each one changing the next decision. What matters is the shape of the run, pressure increasing while Fox's routine stayed compact. He did not need to borrow a slower personality for a major Sunday. The same pace that can look reckless when a shot goes wrong kept the closing holes from becoming one long negotiation with the leaderboard. Across 6 holes, speed also denied doubt the chance to become a second opponent. After the first birdie, the leaderboard stopped being background information. Each number altered what the next hole demanded. Fox kept the routine familiar, which meant the difficulty lived in the shot rather than in a new ceremony built around it. The moment that matters came before contact. Fox and his caddy, Dean Smith, reached the tee with a choice: protect position or take on the line that could win. There was no committee meeting. Fox made the decision in one sentence: that is the deeper value of pace. It shortens the distance between recognition and commitment. The swing still has to work. The consequence still belongs to him. But doubt does not get a second vote. The decision with Dean Smith worked because both men understood the risk before the club moved.
there wasn't really, I wouldn't say there was a big discussion on it. I just looked at him and said, we're going to take this on, Dino. I did, I want to try to win the tournament, and I'll deal with the consequences if I stuff it up, basically. And that was the discussion. He was.
By the 18th, the film narrows to ordinary things made unbearable. A walk, a read, a putter face, a cup. Fox had played quickly all week, but the last putt could not be hurried emotionally. He had to stand inside the noise and make the stroke with shaking hands. The birdie did more than set a target. It forced everyone behind him to answer a finish that had already happened, cleanly and in full view. On 18, the familiar routine made the largest putt of his life look almost ordinary. A late breakthrough is often narrated as patience rewarded. Fox's version is sharper. The patience was in the years before Birkdale. When the tournament finally offered one clear chance, he did not wait for certainty. He chose the line, accepted the miss that might follow, and kept his own tempo. The quickest player in the field had taken the longest road to get there. Then he needed one putt, and no extra time at all. The title changes the memory now. The boy watching overnight has become the voice another child hears in the dark.
I don't think there's a better way to win a golf tournament to birdie the last. I think my caddy Dean put it to me the best way anyone put it, this was pretty late on in the evening last night, and he said, Foxy, you might only get one putt to win a major in your life, and you effing